Alright, everyone, this is June 2nd, 8 a.m. in the morning. You can see. So, you can see places like Minnesota, it's like 68 degrees in the morning. You can see also Texas, 75. Somewhere in Texas, it's 80. At 7 a.m. Central Time, that's really hot. At 80, at 7 in the morning. We got places like Miami, that's 79. Places like Iowa, that's 63. You can see also Oklahoma 65 in the morning. Places like Columbus is 48, Cleveland 52. You can see PA's in the 40s that morning. Also, you can see like parts of Las Vegas is 75 that morning. Places like Montana, it's in the 50s and 40s. You can see. Then you can see the Mississippi's in the 60s, and Georgia's in the 60s, and South Carolina's in the 60s, and North Carolina's in the 50s. You can see. Welcome to today's video, everybody. We're talking about the heat coming up this week coming up. So we can see this is Sunday, June 1st, everybody. So let's get started. Okay, everybody. So this is June 1st. You can see we got places like North Dakota, it's 89, 90, 86. Texas, that's like 96 and 94. And you see places like Iowa, it's 85, 84. Kansas, 88, 87, 85. Places like Denver, that's 88. Places like Utah is like 96. You can see also. Then you can see places like Montana, that's 89, 83, 86 also. Then you can see places like Louisiana, it's 88. And places like Columbus, it's 72. You can see Indianapolis, 77 we got on Sunday. And we can see also South Carolina, 85. You can see Virginia, 77. You can see also. Then you can see places like Maine, it's in the 60s that day too. You can see the heat, average temperatures across some parts of the Midwest. You can see also. Alright, everybody, we got Monday, June 2nd at 8 a.m. You can see places like Iowa, that's in the 60s that morning. Texas in the 70s, even 80 we see in some parts of Texas. Louisiana, 66, 71, 73. Kansas, we got some 60s. Iowa, we got some 60s too. Minnesota, looks like we got some higher 60s, even close to 70 in the morning in some parts. We got places like Nebraska, it's in the 60s. Iowa, that's in the 60s. Florida, that's in the 70s. Near 80 in Miami, we can see Ohio, we got 52, 48, 49. Indianapolis, 51. St. Louis, 62. Texas, 70s and 80, some 80s. Then Las Vegas, 75. Then we can see some places like West Virginia in the 40s that morning, and Maine in the 40s that morning too. Alright, everyone, this is our Monday temperatures. We can see also. You can see places like Kansas is in the 90s, higher 90s, in some places mid-90s. Nebraska, 91. You can see 90. Minnesota, 93, 89. Wisconsin, 87, 82, 88, 89, and 87 in Illinois. In Florida, we can see 89 to 87. Miami, 85. Parts of Texas, 96, close to 100. You can see West Virginia, 78, 80 in Virginia. You can see PA 70s, New York 70s, Maine 60s too. You can see the places like Las Vegas, it's in the 90s. The places like Colorado, it's in the 80s. And places like North Dakota, it's in the higher 60s to lower 70s. You can see also. Alright, everyone, this is the Tuesday morning temperatures we can see across America. We see in Iowa, it's 68, 67. Wisconsin, 68, near 70. In Kansas, too. Missouri. In Oklahoma, 71. Texas, 76. And even 81 in some places in Texas. Alright, everyone. South Carolina, 59, 62. Florida, we can see higher 60s, lower 70s, and mid-70s in some parts of Florida we can see. Also, we can see places like Michigan, that's in the 60s. Cleveland, 62. Detroit, 63. Chicago, 65. And Green Bay, 68. In Indianapolis, 59 that morning. Places like Maine, you can see some higher 40s. South Carolina, you can see some 50s too. In Alabama, we can see some higher 60s too. In Minnesota, you can see some higher 60s too up there, and 50s too. Alright, everyone, we got our Tuesday temperatures, everybody. So we can see places like Cleveland, 85, Columbus, 86, Cincinnati, 86, St. Louis 91, 88 in Indianapolis, Detroit 86. This looks like summer to me. So 84 in parts of PA, Maine 75. Uh, Florida, we could see some 90s, 94, 88, 89, 86, 84, 90, and 93. We can see then places we got Oklahoma 85, 87, 84. Places like Louisiana 90, 91, 90, 89. Texas 95, 94, 90, 93, 95, 90, 85, 91 in some parts. Also, we can see in North Dakota some 70s. In Minnesota, we could see some higher 60s, lower 70s too. And we can see places like Vegas that's in the 90s. And you can see some places like hold on, some places like Kansas in the 70s and 80s. You can see. All right, everyone. This is our what's that called? What day is this? This is Wednesday, June 4th at 8 a.m. Everybody, this is Wednesday morning. Cleveland, we could see near 70, 69. Columbus 65, Cincinnati 68, Indianapolis 70, St. Louis 73. Then we can see some parts of Illinois at 71. Indiana, parts of Indiana 70s too. Kentucky 65, West Virginia 62. We got Texas, we got some 70s and 80s. You can see again in Texas. Then Minnesota, we got some 50s up there in the morning. North Dakota, we got some 40s too. In South Dakota, we got some 40s too. In 50s in Wisconsin that morning too. In some 40s, lower 40s at the top and higher 40s maybe. We can see. We get some we got by Vegas, Nevada, 70s. You can see over there in some higher 70s, mid 70s. It looks like over there. Also. All right, everyone. This is Wednesday. Everybody, highs everybody for Wednesday. In Cleveland, we could see 86. Columbus, we could see near 90. And Cincinnati, 89, 90. It could be 90. Like, it's so close to 90, everybody. It probably will get to 90. There's a possibility there. 88 in Indianapolis, 86. You can see in some parts of Indiana. Fort Wayne, 86. And looks like Nashville, 91. Florida, 94. You can see in some parts, 92, 90, 84, 85, 88. PA, Pittsburgh, 89. 90 in some parts of New York. New England states, we could see 87, 86. You could see in Minnesota, it's close to 80 there too, 78, 74, 72. Green Bay, 69. You can see in some parts of Kansas in the 70s, Texas in the higher 90s, close to 100. You can see in some parts. All right, everybody, we got our Thursday morning temperatures. We could see here. We could see we got 71 in Cleveland on Thursday morning next week. 70 in Columbus, 70 in Cleveland, 70 in Cincinnati. I meant sorry. Then we got Nashville 72, or Miami 80. New Orleans 78. Those are some warm temperatures. All right, everybody. So in Arkansas, we can see 71. South Carolina 65, 66. North Carolina 64. Even some parts of the country, like North Dakota, you can see 45, 48, 49 in some parts, and even 53. In Montana, looks like it's in the 40s. Washington looks like it's in the 50s. Then we can see California. Some parts looks like it's in the 60s. Also in Nevada, looks like in Arizona, you can see 70s, higher 70s too, over there. All right, everybody, this is our Thursday temperatures, everybody, highs. So we could see in Cleveland 82, 85 in Columbus, 85 in Cincinnati, Texas 97. In some parts, it looks like it could be 100 too. You can see in North Dakota, it's 74, 77, 75, 71, 72. You can see places like South Dakota, it's 68, 74, 72. And also places like Nebraska, that's 72 and 75 and 74. Iowa, you can see 74 too. Indiana, you can see some 80s too. Low 80s in some parts, or mid 80s too, you can see. Michigan, you got some 70s. Detroit, you got 80. PA, you got 89. Pittsburgh, 86. Columbus, 85. Looks like New York City could be 95 or something. If that says that, it looks I see the 9 and 5 from far also. Alright guys, one more thing I want to talk about with you guys today is the severe weather. So you can see we got a slight chance for severe weather in Oklahoma, part of Kansas you can see, and a little part of Texas. Then we got a marginal chance for severe weather in part of Kansas, Texas, a little of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and part of Missouri too, you can see. Then we got another marginal, we got another marginal chance for severe weather in North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, part of Kentucky, and a little of Tennessee too. In PA, in New Jersey, Maryland, and we have another marginal chance of severe weather in Florida. It looks like Central Florida, stretching all the way down to Miami. We could see that too. Alright, everybody, this is a tornado risk for today. It's at Oklahoma and Kansas. 2% chance for tornadoes, everybody. You can see that. Alright, everybody, we got our hail chance for today, everybody. You can see. So, you can see it's a 15% chance for hail right here in the yellow in Oklahoma and a little Texas and Kansas. Then we got a 5% chance for hail in Missouri, part of Kansas, part of Oklahoma, part of Texas too, and a little of Arkansas. Then we got a 5% chance for hail in Virginia, North Carolina, Kentucky, Maryland, and a little of West Virginia too, you can see. Okay, everybody, we got our wind outlook, everybody, you can see. We got what's that called? 15% chance wind outlook right here for Oklahoma, Kansas, and a little of Texas too. Then we got our 5% wind outlook for Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, a little of Arkansas, and Kansas. Then we got another 5% wind thing over here. West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, a little of Kentucky, we can see Tennessee, North Carolina, and a little of the South Carolina. Then we got it for Central Florida all the way down to Miami, we can see. One more thing I want to talk about before I end this video. So this is for June 3rd, everybody. You can see there's like a National Weather Service, severe weather outlook, has put something out. 15% chance of severe weather. This is pretty far out, everybody. This is for Tuesday. So just so you know, I'll be making a video about this soon, guys, too. Just to see. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. I see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.